James LaBrie's goatee is so weird. It's so weird.
No, you'd want to know before we kind of started rolling if that was Evanescence or not. That's a valid fucking question right there.
Not
man.
even when the vocals came, it's like, wow, does Amy Lee have a cold?
Yeah. Wow. Dream Theater. I don't think we've started the show with Dream Theater before.
No, talked about them a lot, but never. Especially if that's very recent Dream Theater.
Yeah, well, they're kind of not my bag, I guess, is where that's at.
You know, it's funny. Like, I fucking loved them hard. Like, right around the time Octavarium came out is when my fandom peaked.
Right.
And then I got to see him tour. So I guess that's actually another album I can add to the list, is I got to see Dream Theater tour on Octavarium about 3 months after it came out.
Yeah. Well, because that, that's Forsaken. That came out in 2008.
Yeah, and that was on Black Cloud Silver Lining, the one that came out. That was the last one with Portnoy.
Okay. I do think it's weird that, because I was going to start with Pull Me Under, that cover. Well, and then it goes, YouTube goes and does its own thing. It does an autoplay of whatever. It goes to fucking Rush. And not like rock and heavy shit either. I'm talking like shit off of Hold Your Fire, Rush.
Which I've always heard you kind of say is the drizzling shits when it comes to Rush.
It's the one that broke me away from like being a really diehard fan.
For probably about what? Solid 10 years at least?
Yeah, and everything that followed that, man, I can appreciate it. I like pesto.
I like pesto as well.
I like Presto. I like fucking Roll the Bones. I mean, there are, Counterpoint's a great record. Well, okay, let me tone that down a little. It's a really good record.
Are you drunk?
Not yet. I like a lot of stuff that followed, but man, Hold Your Fire was like my moment.
And that was the Saint Anger moment?
Yeah, man.
Hey, motherfuckers, easy now, easy.
Especially following up Grace Under Pressure, which a lot of people don't like that record for the same reason I'm not a big fan of Hold Your Fire. But I love fucking. I mean, I'm all in on. I mean, After Image was a song that just rocked my younger high school years.
Yep.
And then when Hold Your Fire came out, I want to say in like '86. I remember when it came out, I was working at the car wash. And there was a sketchy motherfucker working there. And I was like, man.
Don't all sketchy motherfuckers work at a car wash?
Well, it's all teenagers, and here's some dude in his late 20s.
Oh, so it's like the fourth-year senior at a high school.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
and it just, and he was constantly, like, hard to find, and, like, the manager would come around and was like, hey, man, I want you working this station today, and be a Saturday or something. He's like, yeah, man, no problem. And then, like, 10 minutes would go by, he's like, man, I'm going to go smoke. And then he'd disappear for like 2 hours, And then, you'd be back there handling it all yourself, and the manager would come out and go, what the fuck's going on?
Where's Reggie?
Yeah, man. And it's like, no, he said he was going to go get a smoke, and that was a while ago.
He might be dead.
He's like, that motherfucker, and then he'll storm back in. And then, and then dude would come wandering back up, but he had pockets full of, like, candy and fucking chips and shit.
So he went off on a little robbing spree.
Yes. And he was the one, I was like, man, I said, that fucking new Rush album came out, this week. He goes, yeah, what's it called? And I said, Hold Your Fire. He's like, yeah, bro, I can pick that up for you. You got $10? Yeah. Dude shows up, still in the plastic fucking no shoplifting case thingy.
Oh, he didn't even deal with that for you?
Nope. Just picked it up and brought it straight over. And
what an amateur thief.
Well, one that clearly didn't give a shit, you know? I mean, he goes, whips it out of his jacket. Here you go, bro.
Speaking of whipping it out.
Yes. Whip it out.
I had a thought earlier. And you file this under, random Brandon bullshit that I just like to think about. So if you were going to get your prick sucked in a very, very well-lit room.
Oh, I find out, actually, with that, if you roll through a trailer park and you act like you're a repo agent, your chances of getting your dick sucked go way up.
Damn. People live in that kind of fear?
Yeah. Yes. Like, please don't take my shit. I'll suck your dick. I'll suck your dick.
How? Actually, that's not a bad...
Didn't mean to derail your shit.
It's eerily similar because of the clientele you might be having to deal with in this particular scenario.
Right? Okay.
So... You're in a well-lit room, about to get a little filleting on.
Okay. I'm fillet. That's
no. You're the filletee.
I'm I'm the one getting it done to me and not the other way around.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're the
good.
flaytee,
Good,
not
good.
the flaytour.
The tour, which rhymes oddly with hooer.
So your choice is this. It's gonna be maybe, okay, basically it's gonna be this. One a slightly above average woman going at you.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 6?
Called 6.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
So a real beauty. Okay.
Or 2 3s.
Oh. Hey, yeah. That's kind of a dumpster fire.
I was going to add in 3 2s, but then that's just getting ridiculous.
Well, how about 6 1s, huh?
If Ruben Gonzalez were here, that's one he'd pick.
It's a well-lit room. You got to go with the 6, man. That's
yeah, if
there's any shadow, any shade at all, maybe I could see the 2 3s working out.
There is no mood lighting in this.
Yeah.
This is basically like a white padded cell.
Oh, so like an institutional dick
Yeah, there
sucking.
are no shadows. You don't even cast a shadow. Yeah, you don't see
Like,
nothing.
I'm here for your 2 o'clock dick sucking. All right, bring it on.
Which corner do you want me in? That corner over there?
I need to get checked into that asylum. Yeah.
I believe they have one in Vegas, New Mexico.
Oh, that Vegas. Yeah. I don't think you're allowed to call it Vegas. I think you have to call that one Las Vegas, New Mexico. So that way everybody knows.
Yeah,
you're
because
not talking about the cool.
because you end up having to correct yourself anyway, like I did.
I mean, it'd be the same thing if I opened some shitty little bar serving like peanut butter and jelly and fucking Natty Light and call it the Mustang Ranch. I mean,
Ooh.
that's bullshit, So how's your week?
Oh man, I have an issue.
Is it coronavirus? Because I think that's what I've got.
Well, funny thing is, I was really worried about that for like one day because we have this one guest. Well, 2 people.
From China?
They are from China.
Oh.
They're truck drivers.
Oh,
and I see them very sporadically. Sporadically enough, but I mean, they have driver's license from Houston.
Okay.
So, I mean, they're residents, but I'm sure they travel.
So not directly here from Wuhan, then.
I don't think so.
I'm more of a Wu-Tang guy anyway.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. I'm a hootie-hoo man myself. But here's the thing. I have a problem with fucking people that come to this hotel, this lovely sack shit hotel I work at, and expect fucking 5-star treatment.
Yeah. Like 2 3s, right?
Yeah. Actually, I would say we're a 4 and a 5.
Yeah.
But together, that's a 9. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like with everything else that we do, we're a pretty decent package.
God, it's I didn't realize you guys are the only ones in town doing a full fucking breakfast.
Yeah. Not even the
Fuck
Holiday
that,
Inn
man.
Express. Not even the Best Western.
The idea of eating a breakfast at a fucking hotel still just rankles me, but no.
Well, if you want, and that's the thing, if you want consistency in anything, it's not going to be at a hot breakfast from hotel to hotel because you don't know what 20-year-old that's never cooked eggs in their life are making your meal.
Yeah.
Granted, 90% of it is already cooked, so you can't really fuck it up too bad. The one thing you have to cook, you can fuck up. Because here's the goddamn problem.
Oh.
They fucking got us. We make eggs. We make liquid egg product. When you eat eggs, them ain't cracked eggs out of a goddamn carton.
They're in a bag.
They're in a bag.
Yeah.
But here's the rub on that. This is for food service shit. You're supposed to be able to put that in like this little fucking boiling little steamer thing.
Yeah.
Like they have at Taco Bell when they cook their bags of meat.
Right.
But it's like that. We don't have that. So naturally, when we cook it, it looks like hammered shit.
Of course.
But I found a solution. It's pretty ingenious. Follow me.
Okay.
We have this hot plate from like 1985. That
One of
we
those like
cooked.
square ones?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a Presto.
I mean, you can't even fucking buy those anymore.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I was like, oh, we can't get anything new? However, we can fucking get a new $800 washer and dryer for the guests to use. But we can't afford a new fucking some form of griddle to cook.
Electric skillets. That's what they call those.
Hot plate.
Right.
Fucking hot plate. So I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe I can be smarter than this technology from 1986. I'm going to put a little bit of water in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to boil that water. I'm going to put that bag in there.
Like the entire bag, not the product inside, just the bag.
Just the,
right.
And like a boiling bag.
Right.
And fucking boil it. So the lowest thing goes like 200 degrees. All right, fine. I'm going to give this a go. Get it in there, boiling. Thankfully, pretty quick because that technology, while old, fucking works like that.
Yeah. Oh, no. Those things get hot in a hurry.
And believe it or not, it actually starts to work.
Oh.
Because I'm having to flip it because if I leave it on there too long, that fucking bag's going to melt.
How deep could it be? A couple inches?
The water maybe 1/8 of an inch.
Oh, man.
Okay. And the pan itself maybe 2.5 to 3 inches deep.
Oh, wow. It's not even what I was envisioning. So it's a straight hot plate.
It's wide.
Okay.
But the sides are not very big.
Okay.
So I have to flip it, and I have to like mush the bag to mix shit around in there to make sure it cooks evenly.
Because it starts to solidify some of the egg product and in contact with the heat.
And it's funny how it starts to look. Because it starts to just take the form of the bag. Like when it's done because nothing's sticking to the bag anymore.
Right.
It's just like a piece of egg in there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, fucking A, that worked because I'm fucking sick and tired of cleaning this goddamn hot plate.
Man, you sent me a photo. I literally thought it was like meringue or some shit. Man.
It's like, is that? I've gotten meringue. I've gotten expired waffle batter.
Yeah, man. Well, and I assumed it was waffle shit because what you're always complaining about. I didn't realize that was eggs.
That's eggs out of a bag, sir.
Fucking disgusting.
So, like at McDonald's, if you're eating their little scrambled eggs on their little Grand Slam fucking shit meal they have out there.
You combine Denny's with McDonald's,
I know.
didn't you?
No, that's weird. Well, they're both going to give you diarrhea.
Yeah.
That's what the eggs are.
Go to get the stomach gurgles in about an hour.
That's what it is. You are eating steamed egg in a bag. And I tried to get it to come out in one piece because it looked like a huge fucking pillow.
Yeah.
A rotting sponge pillow. And then as soon as I start cutting it up, it stunk like shit.
Damn it.
But the funny thing was, about 15 seconds later, it smelled like eggs.
Oh, wow. That's some weird technology at work on that shit, man.
But I had to like drain about a pint of water.
Oh yeah. But it's shelf stable. It's the same shit they put in MREs now, and they go dropping that shit in there, and it's the same shit. You can basically reheat, and it does the same thing. It changes the fucking the molecular structure.
Right. Yeah. There's a YouTube channel I watch, dude, that would used to like fucking rock those MREs from like World War II and shit.
Too many gag reflexes for me, man.
He's done more recent shit lately. It's more about MREs from other realms.
Right. Yeah. Russian ones from World War II. No thanks.
Right.
No thanks.
But if you're like showing me like Lithuania's current fucking ration pack, I'm kind of curious because some of them are like really good. There's like reindeer stew in one of them.
Yeah.
Reindeer stew, actually, that's the either the Norwegian or the Finnish.
Finnish, probably, right. Yeah. But anything out of Scandinavia, hard pass because it's going to be weird fish shit.
Yeah, but that fucking FRH, I think it's what it's called, fireless ration heater.
Okay.
Fucking the most amazing product I've ever seen.
Little coil things, right?
Well, no, it's like a fucking bag that has a pad at the bottom that has some kind of chemical in it that when water hits it, it begins to like heat up and get really hot. So you put water in it, and that's when you put your fucking MRE shit in there that you want hot.
Right.
Add water, wrap that shit up, and like 20 minutes later, you have a heated meal.
Spoiled motherfuckers. Back in the day when I was in, you get your canteen cup out, put your water in that shit, put it on top of a kerosene heater, and you put your bag of fucking MRE stuff and come back in about 20 minutes.
Damn. How was your experience eating MREs?
I actually didn't mind the ones we had when I was in. They started getting weird right after I got out. That's when they started doing eggs and shit. And like,
yeah. I've never seen, like the guy that I was just talking about, anytime he does egg stuff, he's always bummed out.
Yeah, no. That's the proper response.
And honestly, when I saw him cook one and squeeze it out of the package, that's what those fucking eggs look like that I make it work.
People I was in with, man, they fucking hated what we had at the time. And I think that's probably what kind of pressured the Department of Defense to look into, a new generation of MREs. But I didn't mind it. A ham and tuna loaf sounds terrible, but man, if you're out in the field and you got enough fucking Louisiana hot sauce, you always go to the field with a big bottle.
Right. And hot sauce was actually kind of a regular commodity in these
Some
MREs.
of them would come with a tiny little Tabasco. Tiny. I mean, it wasn't enough. That's why you bring your own. But they had the ones you had to reconstitute. They had pork patty and a beef patty. You had to reconstitute those.
Wow.
Yeah, because they were fucking hard as a rock, bone dry. Well, and so with those you would actually just open the top, get your boiling ass water, pour it in there, and then and hold it upright, inside the canteen cup so it wouldn't fall over.
The dude always leans it on a rock.
But I mean, but the thing is, fact of the matter, once that shit gets reconstituted, fucking top notch, man, top notch.
Like some of that shit looks pretty appetizing.
And the patties always came with the Tabasco, you know. There were some other ones. The good ones didn't fucking have any of that shit. The better they were, the less neat shit they had in them. If it was a fucking dumpster fire, you're getting all the good stuff.
Wow. So you're never going to get the perfect meal unless you're like trading shit out.
There's that. Now, they did have, like, everybody would always seek out beef stew because that shit was legit. It was better than Denny Moore.
No shit.
And Denny Moore's terrible, I get it. But I mean, but
well, fucking Denny Moore has like a day and a half worth of salt in it.
Yeah, but I mean, but it straight up was fucking good.
Wow.
A whole lot of them would have crackers, but not all of them. Like, there's no sense in having crackers really in the pork patty, beef patty ones. But you'd get the weird ham loaf or tuna loaf, and you'd like crack those open. You'd slide your crackers down in, and then you just mash the shit out of it. So you got this weird ball of like weird, almost goo-like but yet dry kind of material,
almost like casserole-ish.
Yes, and that was
wow.
decent. And those would almost always come with fucking Tabasco. And then they had other ones that would come with like pork and beans. And a lot of them kind of did. Matter of fact, the patty ones did. You could reconstitute that shit in the fucking baked beans. Really, you just put that dehydrated bitch down in there. Again, warm it up, and hey, there you go. Lo and behold, it reconstitutes within the bean sauce. So,
damn.
Yeah. Now, again, my information's dated. I got out in '94. So,
right.
And like in '95 is when they introduced the ones that they're fucking still using to this day, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they've changed it up too much.
I don't know. I mean, they did introduce like spaghetti and shit like that. Like, I don't know if I can go with like room temperature or cold fucking spaghetti. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big fan of it. When I make the good shit here at the house, I still have to warm it up.
What was your opinion of the coffee?
It's terrible. It's
terrible?
Horrible, man. Yeah, and so yeah, the coffee, I would never use it, because here's the other thing too, is because if you're set up somewhere in the field and you're having to live on MREs, they're still going to have out one of those 5-gallon fucking coffee machines. I'm sure you probably have a similar one at the hotel, probably.
Actually, we fill decanters.
Oh, that's right. You guys are like kind of actually a little high. Yeah, a little. Well, back in the old days when it's just this round cylinder, and they'd have those.
The classics.
So why break out my own shit? I mean, and the coffee they had in the MREs weren't good. The creamer that they had in the MREs, you kept those in case you wanted to start a fire.
That's true. Creamer is very flammable.
Oh, in a big way.
Damn.
I mean, and even the shit, go ahead and look at the Carnation non-dairy creamer. Same shit. It has a warning on there. Do not expose to flame.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, flour's fucking combustible at one point.
To a degree, yeah, because it's so fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get it in an environment where high oxygen environment and you're kind of just sifting it, yeah, it'll catch fire.
That's fucking crazy.
But yeah, non-dairy creamer, that shit will burn like crazy.
God damn.
God damn, I can't believe we went on about MREs for like a solid fucking 8 minutes there. But hey,
Jack ought to like that.
But yeah, man, it's I look back with nostalgia, going, man, I kind of miss those fucking MREs. If you broke some out now, I'd go, hard pass.
Go fuck yourself. I'm gonna go make nachos.
Yeah. So no coronavirus for you then?
I don't know. Apparently you can have that shit and not know it.
I don't know, man. I've been rocking a headache and a fever all day, but I think that's because I had too much fun on a Thursday.
Probably, yeah. That's what happens when you drink 5 different kinds of beer.
Yeah, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Breckenridge Brewery in Colorado, they have a sampler pack. It's a 15-pack with 5 different beers in it and 3 of each type. And I thought, well, that's cool. We'll just open one end and we'll just wander through that, kind of like a weird tour,
Yeah, while we enjoy episode 2 of Picard.
Yeah. What do you think of that series so far?
I'm digging it. I had low expectations, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'm really digging it.
I'm getting excited for next week because it breaks out. I don't want to be a spoiler by any means, but I like the evolution of where it's going.
Right.
It does seem like it's picking up a little slow. It's like next week's already episode 3, and that dude's still in France.
Yeah. Well, it takes a while to get a crew.
I guess, but
especially if you're having to do things.
But it's only a 10-episode series,
which might tell me there'll be another season.
Maybe. Yeah, because
there can't be that many though.
No.
You know what I mean? Patrick Stewart. I don't know how long it took him to knock that shit out. He's not what you call spring chicken anymore, man.
That dude was old when TNG was on 25 years ago.
Yeah, I thought it was depressing when I saw him in Logan. when he was Professor Xavier and like he was dying.
Yeah.
And he was fucking, I think he had Alzheimer's.
It's nice to see that the same joke is made. You know, our friend Jack just jumped in with us, started hanging out on Thursdays for that. And as soon as they show Picard the first time, he goes, "Is that Professor Xavier?" I'm like, yeah, well, okay. You know what? That's fine because everybody's made
whenever
that joke.
you see him straight on like that and his eyes are closed and he opens them, that's a Professor X move right there.
Yeah, man.
That is textbook Professor Xavier.
Yeah.
However, it was weird to see on that second go-around that fucking Jonathan Frakes, fucking Riker.
Yeah, dude. No,
I couldn't believe it.
I told you that guy looked like Hagrid.
I know, but I didn't know who it was.
Or maybe, well, I don't know. Maybe, or if James Hetfield really let himself go.
Was he with Troy?
Maybe. I don't. The problem is because it's just really flashing the trailer for what's coming up, and he just looks so weird. I focus on him, and I don't even look.
How the fuck does 7 of 9 look exactly the same?
That chick is all right, man.
Jerry Ryan.
Boy,
that's about 3 threes all together in one right there.
Yeah. Well, and she looks even better, I would say, because the quick little glimpses they show of her, she's got really long hair.
Not a fan of her outfit, though.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know that I'd even got much beyond the.
I do prefer
the oral cavity.
I do prefer the bodysuit from Voyager.
Yeah.
Man, she just is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And apparently, because she was beginning to have a little bit of a personality, because in Voyager, when she was initially brought on board,
just a Borg and and
even
stripped
when they
of all humanity,
and when they got her a little more humanized, she was still a little monotone and didn't have a lot of emotion. Of course, she wanted to bang. She was down to bang at any time,
right?
But now it fucking seems like her humanization is complete.
Yeah,
because she seemed like she had a little wit to her for the few words we heard.
But most shows, when they do shit like that, it's like, oh, that's coming up next episode. Cool. That's not what they're doing in this.
No, they're basically giving you a taste of
the entire series.
Yeah.
So, fuck, she may not make an appearance until the 9th episode, dude. I mean, I think it'll be sooner, but,
Well, I feel like every episode we're going to get something like that.
It does seem like they do introduce somebody.
We got one in the first one, which,
yeah.
That was last week.
Right.
Is it considered a spoiler if I say his name now?
Nah. Brent Spiner.
Mr. Data.
I mean, that was the big one everybody made a big to-do about. It was like,
great.
Here we go. He's like in the very initial opening scenes of episode 1.
I thought it was really great. And the fact that Picard named his dog number 1, I think that's fucking hilarious.
Sure.
God, that dude still has a sense of humor, apparently.
Yeah. It's.
But I'm looking forward to it.
The nostalgia is what sells it, and I'm okay with that.
I've been out of the episodic Star Trek loop since probably 2004.
Right.
Didn't really get into Enterprise. Didn't really care about Discovery.
No, none of that.
The new movies I didn't give a shit about.
New movies were a little tough because they required you to really have a lot. Mine was just casual fanship of TNG, even less casual on DS9, and I never did get into Voyager. So, except I will go back and watch clips, the ones that have Jerry Ryan in them.
That's right.
But
Cass was all right too.
But yeah, so that's why we did it last night. So that's why I think it might be just a little too much Budweiser, a little brown bottle flu, as they used to call it.
Yeah.
And staying up too late. I think it's that and not coronavirus.
And we're washing it down with the proper lager today.
Yeah, and it might have very well, I don't know, could be allergies too, because I tend to get them in weird months when most people don't. And January, February is usually a hard time of year for me.
Well, just make sure you don't drink my beer, and I won't drink yours.
Yeah, all right. Or if it is coronavirus, well, good luck.
Hey, thanks, eh?
Boy, that shit's exploded, huh?
I guess.
There were 1,500 confirmed cases on Monday. They're right around 10,000 right now, and it's Friday.
That's an exponential jump.
Man. Well, and then everybody was like, nah, this isn't going to be shit. Don't worry. No cause to be concerned. World Health Organization's like, well, quarantines really don't work, so just do what you want to do. And then they announced a health emergency about 3 hours ago.
Yeah. It's like, okay, apparently we need to address this. Like, yeah, you probably should have done that about a week ago.
Yeah. It's like, instead of downplaying it, maybe, I don't know, be straight shooters about it so people make their own decisions.
Be like the weatherman. Tell them fucking Armageddon's coming, and then when it's just a rain shower, people are going to be pissed at you, but they'll fucking be alive.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know, man. World's
big,
going to hell.
Yeah.
I don't care. I really don't.
Big happy birthday to one of our closest friends. Well, definitely one of your closest friends. He's a friend of mine as well, but I don't have that 20-some-odd year friendship. But one Ruben Gonzalez had a birthday back on Monday, so happy birthday to that dude.
38.
I would have wished him a happy birthday, but I'm kind of a sucker for letting Facebook let me know shit, and apparently he didn't put his birthday in. So
I would have never said I was until now.
Yeah.
I have to be. I guess I'm a fucking slave to it because I totally forgot. And out of 26 birthdays, I've nailed 25.
Man, now that we're like in a presidential election year, we get these shits every 4 years. 2016 was terrible. 2020 is going to be even worse. I am really, really considering limiting as much as I can anything on Facebook, man. It's already bad. It's been terrible since 2016, and this is going to be, the misinformation is going to be there, the nonsense is going to be there. It's like Trump sucks, Trump rules, whatever. Man, I'm not about that shit.
Here's the thing, it's all fucking. It's not even about politics. It ain't even about fucking Donald Trump. It's all about being on the winning team.
Yeah.
Oh fuck you!
Oh my god!
Goddamn
what is that?
CBS
oh my god.
Sports.
CBS Sports wrecking
asshole,
wrecking the show.
Go the fuck away. God damn it. I thought the pop-up blocker on here was strong. It's off. All right, that explains a lot.
Oh.
God damn it, what was I talking? Okay, yeah. You want to be on the winning side. You don't want to be on the losing team.
I guess.
It's all about being right now. It's all about being fucking right.
As much as people look, they enjoy watching, I don't know, the Super Bowl. You got two teams. You're either a fan of that team or you're a fan of that team. Or you're a fan of the commercials, which you can really watch that shit like right now. You don't even have to turn on the TV set.
It's no longer like, I wonder what their commercial's going to be. That shit's on YouTube right now, making money already.
If you're watching, well, that means you're rooting for one team or another. You have an interest in it, because why else are you fucking watching?
Right.
Well, our political system, the political landscape has evolved into that same thing. Us against them, the blue team against the red team, and it is ironic to me that those that are leading in the polls on the Democratic side of it are all old white men. The Democratic Party, the party for the people of color. Yeah, but an old white guy is here to save you.
Yeah, that's
Biden,
it's a weird
fucking,
thing.
Bernie Sanders,
Old Joey B.
God, that dude is a creep, huh? I mean, I'm not making any kind of a political statement. I'm saying a statement as a human being. Anybody that walks up and sniffs hair, not even on one occasion, but a fucking lifetime and an entire career of this weird shit of going up and giving one of those to the ladies,
It's a little weird.
And this whole hand on each shoulder from behind things, like, dude, you can't do that. You better be pretty friendly.
You're coming along a little strong.
This is a Me Too movement, but yet he gets a free pass, apparently.
Fucking hell.
And he's not even as creepy as his goddamn son. You hear about all that shit? The one that, basically Trump was trying to fuck him over.
Oh, Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the weirdest thing about that guy. Yeah, no. Biden's oldest son, I forget what his fucking name was, but he goes and dies, and Hunter goes and marries his widow. Like it's some weird 1800s Mormon thing, Like, well, guess I got to marry my brother's wife now,
Damn, that's some Deadwood shit
right
there.
It's weird shit,
That's
man.
some Deadwood shit.
It is weird.
Seth Bullock.
Yeah, it's a goddamn Seth Bullock thing.
Seth Bullock
Absolutely.
fucking marrying his brother's wife because he died.
It's the same. It's the exact same. And the circumstance is not terribly different either.
It's creepy. It's not. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, man. And but I do laugh, when people are like, well, Trump's just married some chick that used to be a model. Good for him, I guess. I feel weird for her. She's got to fuck that guy every once in a while. But
I don't think she fucks him at all.
Good.
I mean, come on, man. That fucking gunt on that guy. There ain't
gunt?
No work's getting
gut
done.
And, okay, well.
I'm assuming he just has a really big clitoris.
I don't know. He's a billionaire. You think he just pays people to fuck her for him?
I'm sure that cuckold scene is strong in the White House these days.
Yeah, he's over in a shadowy corner.
Hey, Pence, get in here.
With a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. Continue.
Hanging off his lip like Dan Aykroyd in Ghostbusters. Oh, God. Okay, I need to get that out of my mind.
Welcome to the Mead Metal MMA podcast.
Thank you.
As we get together once in a while. I was talking to Krista a while ago, our favorite bartender. Said, and she's like, oh, you guys aren't doing them every Friday now. I said, no, we're not. We are doing one this Friday. We'll do one next Friday because it's right ahead of the John Jones fight.
Yeah. Don't know how long it'll be.
Yeah.
But we will be talking about MMA for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know, probably nothing the week after that because it's fucking Valentine's. It's National Singles Day or whatever.
Stay on beat off all day.
Yeah. Stand around, stare at myself in the mirror and pleasure myself. Never losing eye contact.
Right.
Never losing eye contact.
Don't you look at me, Poppy. Don't you look at me.
And maybe the week after that. I don't know. We're just going to play it by ear.
Kind of just doing it when the fuck we want.
Yeah.
If the notion strikes, the notion strikes.
So that's kind of it. If you're looking for an episode every week, it's not going to happen this year. I guarantee we'll do at least 24. Between 24 and 30, But,
yeah. I think that's fair. I think it's fair to them and us.
And I don't see us moving platforms, even though we should. But just subscribe on YouTube, so that way you get a fucking little notification every time a new one drops. So that's the easiest way. If you're on my distribution list, man, sometimes I remember to send it, sometimes I don't. So
yeah, I mean, you know where it is, and you know what day it's on. Come check us out.
Indeed, Mead. We've actually got something for you.
We do indeed.
Started the batch of Troublemaker last week. As a matter of fact, I think you could technically say it was 1 week ago because I pasteurized the honey on a Thursday.
Right.
And but it always
got
remains
it up
too
to
hot.
the 5 gallon.
Yeah. Got that all put into that with 5 gallon and a little extra, and then pitched the yeast on Friday. And it's bubbling like crazy. I'm going to do one more nutrient ad here after the podcast, and then that's it. It's going to sit there at least a month, maybe a month and a half, and then before racking it over and seeing if we need to clarify much. Because that one does have a tendency of running a little cloudy on us.
Sure. Well, that tea makes it a little dark.
I do a concentrate of things, and I try to not do any powders anymore because I think those really, really exacerbated the situation. But there are still things in there that can kind of cloud up your fucking batch. So.
Yeah, and we'll make a cloudy batch if it's delicious.
Sure,
we'd like to get as much of it out as we can without sacrificing the flavor of it all.
So I think probably about mid-March is probably when we'll do that. And hey, if we're really lucky and it's fairly clear, and I'm probably going to go ahead and take efforts to clarify it without even getting a look at it, just because I know it's going to be cloudy.
Right. Well, in our experience, this will be our 4th run of Troublemaker, I think.
Yeah.
It's cloudy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of residuals down there.
Yeah. So I'll probably add that shit first part of March, and then about middle of March, then that's when we'll rack it, hopefully over to a carboy, and we'll let it sit 1 month, and right around my birth week, then that's when we'll be good to go.
Damn right. I like it.
Yeah. And then that's if we're trying to turn it around, I don't know, semi-quickly. I wouldn't even call it quick. Once upon a time, we used to turn around a batch in about 5 weeks,
Yeah.
And
those days, and really the first batch that we did, batch 1, had that quick turnaround. It was pretty fucking good.
It's because we were using liquid yeast, though.
Yeah, and that's when we were fucking ordering out for the honey.
Yeah.
That's when we got that.
There are a lot of combinations that go into making a really, really good batch of mead, and we've gone over those before. If you buy really good honey, it does make your batch a little better. Not exponentially, but a little better. If you use liquid yeast rather than dry, you're going to make a little better batch, a little better. So you get a whole lot of little things going. Yeah, you can turn one around really good. The problem I've got is liquid yeast is hard to find at best.
Which is funny. Like, that's the first one we got, but that was the only time we got it.
Yeah, it's, we're in the right time of year, but our problem, God, it's going to be fucking 70 on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, and this shit all comes from like Wisconsin,
Right.
Man, it's a lot of transit time, so you have to order ice packs in order to keep it at temperature, and if it gets over 38 degrees, 40 degrees, something like that, then it fucking degrades your yeast and a lot of it dies off. Your colonies die, and that doesn't make for good mead.
That's why it's great to just have Premier Cuvée in a bag.
Yeah, that's what we do. We still make really good mead. I have no doubts about that. It's really good. It could be better, but man, the hoops I would have to
not be said of.
The hoops I would have to jump through in order to make it a little better aren't really worth the time and effort and money.
Fuck it. It's more for us.
Yeah. So that batch is underway. We haven't. I need to get back down and see if I can get those labels fucking done so we can get the Holly King batch
right
raring to go to the good people out there. Other than that, man, what all do we have back there?
Couple batch ones, which Ruben Gonzalez going to be grabbing one tonight.
Yeah.
Fucking Green Man, which I think we have a little case, maybe a little over.
Yeah.
And Holly King without her shirt on.
Yeah. And so we'll get the Holly King ready to go. Yeah, and well, because Krista's wanting, she said, I feel really weird about that I just drink it all in one sitting. I said, no, that's what Brandon says.
That's the first one I've ever known to do it right.
Yeah, and I said, and I think he says, like, drink it all in one sitting, and that sitting better not be more than, like, 90 minutes. She goes, well, I feel bad in saying this, but I think I adhere to his rules, though. So,
great minds think alike.
Yeah.
I know we're about to jump to metal.
Okay.
But LJ had sent us a little something last week.
Yeah, and he said it was valid for this week, so.
I'm all right with that. Let us throw for the first time of the year to our good buddy bro LJ.
Hello, my metal friends. Welcome back to the metal portion of the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast. This is the first time I've crossed over into a new season with a podcast, so I have my own reasons to celebrate. First, got to cover some rock and metal release news in case those guys didn't mention this stuff, because theirs is made up on the fly, and I have to script record and send my segment in advance, so I'm having to think ahead. So let's get on with it. So apologies if you've heard any of this before, but first off, as most of you know, Neil Peart, the drummer of progressive rock band Rush, passed away January 7th from brain cancer. For those who've never listened to Rush or never knew what he was so special about him, check out some of Neil Peart's drum solos and prepare to be floored. He, along with drummers Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden and Metallica's own Lars Ulrich, were both pretty much influences on me as a drummer, so it's sad to hear, but now I can add them to my Valhalla band of dream musicians who are deceased, along with the likes of Dimebag Darrell, Chester Bennington, and Cliff Burton. Speaking of Cliff Burton, the late bassist from Metallica, his father Ray Burton passed away January 15th. As some of you Metallica diehards probably know, Ray Burton was very close with the band up until the end and basically approved decisions involving his son's legacy to be used by the band here today. He was 94 years old. Now that's fucking metal. Rest in peace, Ray. You get to see your son again. And now, on to the metal. We have Annihilator. The album is called Ballistic Sadistic. The album is 100% metal. I heard the whole thing when I was at work and it blew me the fuck away. So if you like loud guitars and catchy riffs, pick this shit up. Also, the album artwork is dope. I love whenever they have artwork like this. Next up, Blue Oyster Cult Classic re-release and Hard Rock Live Cleveland 2014. Now, Blue Oyster Cult is amazing, so if you haven't heard them before, other than Don't Fear the Reaper or Godzilla, they have so much more to offer you need to experience, and this couldn't have come at a better time than the beginning of 2020. Next is Brothers of Metal, Embolus Saga. Another badass album cover. These guys embody that melodic metal sound, so go ahead and check them out as well. Very, very epic and dramatic, almost like a play. And finally, we have Dead Friends, High-Waisted Jeans, HIGHWASTEDGENES. That's a clever, clever name. A dramatic name for an album that's a cool pun and also a cool album cover. They sound really cool, so go give them a listen. And I know that I kept this short and sweet, but that is your metal releases for the week. Tune in next time whenever we give you guys some dates of tours and stuff. So take care and see you next time. Take it away, Kevin and Brandon.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. LJ Ruiz giving us his...
A little short, huh?
Little short, little on the short side, but...
No, the segment. I'm not talking about LJ. That's not a hype joke.
All right, no, we don't do that here. We do top-tier humor here. So, we got metal shit.
Yeah, I mean, where do you want to start?
I'm going to run through it. I'm just going to run through some shit.
Okay.
Let's see, we got Tim Ripper Owens wants to do a little collabo with Rob Halford. Now, Tim Ripper Owens is the guy that replaced him in Judas Priest, and then Mr. Halford returned.
They're going to do like a 2-part harmony on everything? Is that...
That'd sound really harmonically weird.
Yeah.
You know, to hear someone that sounds like Halford and Halford doing their shit.
Yeah, man.
Mark Morton says Lamb of God has completed their new album.
They've been maybe it's just me. And here's the other thing, too, because I hate to think that my Facebook feed, what Facebook lets me see, I hate to think is the actual reality, because it's not. But a lot of Lamb of God stuff has been popping up in my timeline here lately.
Yeah, Ruben got on a real boner about it a couple days ago.
Yeah. I think helped along by you, right?
I don't know. No, I mean, I just saw he was doing it. I was like, oh, okay, man. He posted like 3 of them, I think. Because I'd seen 2 of them in like some group, and then one he'd posted on his shit. And I was like, oh, here you go, man. Here's a little redneck for you.
But even like Revolver has had a couple stories pop up on him, and it's like, God, why is the Lamb of God really making a big weird resurgence on social media right
Probably
now?
because they got an album in
There it is.
the tank right now, just needing to be mastered and good to go.
Is that one you'd want to see live?
I've already seen him live.
Yeah, I have not, and
I got to see him when they were all drinking and fucking fighting each other for fun. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. A Lamb of God show is a show you need to be at when you're in your 20s, dude.
Yeah, man. I'm all right. I'm all right with going through a couple of tracks here at the house, and that's it, man. But by the time we're about 15 minutes in, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh no, there is no Lamb of God-a-thon. You pepper that shit in.
Yeah.
And once you pepper it in, you don't pepper it in anymore.
Right.
You get your Lamb of God on, then you get the fuck out.
Right.
Elder announces a new album and a tour.
The funny thing was, and because that was some information we kind of gathered not long ago, and I thought, wow, they're already putting out another album. Man, Reflections of a Floating World. It's been 2016, right?
2017.
27, but still.
And then
so
they
it's 3
put out
years.
that Silver and Gold EP, which we don't count EPs, but
Yeah.
still something new. But apparently Omens is going to be a little more groove.
Is that what the title is on it?
It's called Omens.
Yeah. They that's one act that, man, they are not nearly as hard as they were. I was playing some old Elder the other day, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, off of like Lore?
Yeah. No, I think right before that, right?
Wow, shit.
Yeah.
That is old Elder.
Yeah.
Old Elder. And
That's the eldest of the Elder, yeah.
And they are touring on it, and they are going to be in Albuquerque.
On a Tuesday?
On a fucking Tuesday.
God
well
damn
done.
It. See, every time. Like, well, what's the
I leave to you to guess which day, because you know which days it's not going to be.
Yeah.
Friday or Saturday.
Man. Yeah, because that's the fucking problem. It's every time that tours roll through there, of anybody of note, if they even stop in Albuquerque, and I get it, I know why they don't generally, but man, it's almost always on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And those are 2 days that it makes it impossible for me to take fucking the proper time off.
Right.
You know, and
honestly, I don't want to sacrifice days off for Elder.
Yeah. No,
I want Elder to work for me, not me to work for Elder.
They have any weekend dates that are within an 8-hour drive? None.
Denver's the next day. Denver's on a Wednesday.
God damn it.
However, there might be a tour coming up that we'll see. I'll name 3 bands and tell me how you feel about it.
Okay.
System of a Down.
Yeah. It depends on who else is on it, but yeah.
Korn.
Absolutely. No.
Faith No More.
No.
No on Faith No More.
Man, because my problem is there are a couple I really like, but man, I'm not really terribly familiar with a lot outside of the mainstream metal radio shit.
Have you ever heard Mike Patton do shit live like now?
No.
Dude, that fucking guy has just gotten better with time.
Really?
His singing, I mean, his singing's fucking ridiculous.
Right.
I'll pull up one song a little later that was from like last year.
Okay.
Because I was really worried. Because you've heard Epic. Everybody's heard fucking Epic. It's a pretty flashy, high register kind of singing style and really fast. Fucking dude has almost turned into a death metal singer.
Wow.
He has like a weird rage now in his singing. And it almost gets to a point where you can't even fucking understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
But fucking dude can still sing like a songbird as well. A very underrated singer. Super underrated.
So you named off those 3 bands with a specific reason. Is it because all 3 of them are touring?
They're all 3. They all put up a same picture and the word Monday. So it's either, and the picture is an astronaut in space.
Okay. So it's clearly going to be a 3-band tour.
It's either a 3-band tour or it's going to be like some kind of big festival thing.
God, I really hope it's a tour, because that's enough shit going on. I might actually be interested. I'm not a Korn fan. I never have been.
Right.
But man,
I get it.
But
and I've seen 2 of those 3. I saw Korn and System of a Down at the same show.
Yeah, I've never seen System of a Down. That one intrigues me.
System of a Down, I saw them in 2000. It was at the Summer Sanitarium tour. And they were fucking awesome because they were still fucking riding high on that very first album. Toxicity wasn't even out yet.
Yeah.
Toxicity didn't come out until about a year later. And they fucking are, well, back then they were fucking amazing. My problem with System of a Down is they're totally cool with fucking getting back together and going out and making some cash. Go out there and do some live shows. Every time you bring up a live album, 3 of the 4 band members are like, fuck yeah, we want to do that. There's one that's like, there's always something.
Yeah.
And I'll give you one guess as to who it is.
The fucking frontman, right?
Surge, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, there's always something. There's an argument about fucking splitting royalties or like some dumb fucking business shit.
Yeah.
The bass player, Shalva's like, I just want to play music, you guys.
I don't want to live in my hatchback no more.
He's the Kirk Hammett of the band. Look, guys, I just want to play music. Can't we all just get in the fucking studio and make an album?
Yeah.
It's intriguing, but
yeah, I mean, if that's a weekend date within my 8-hour dome,
knowing our luck, it'll be like Amarillo on a Thursday.
Well, you know what? Thursdays I can do. Tuesdays I cannot.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those are pretty difficult.
Sunday
Sunday
through Wednesday.
Who wants to do anything out of town on a Sunday?
Yeah. Well, even then, if it was a great show, I could do a Sunday because then I burn one day off for that Monday.
Right.
But the problem is then you have to burn time off, and fuck, man, it becomes.
I could do a Sunday show because I work Monday night.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, man, it's got to be for me to be able to make it work. It's got to be a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
Yeah,
for
preferably
ease.
a Friday or a Saturday, man.
2020 is in full force as we're getting ready to roll the calendar to February, and 2020 is coming for your drummers.
Yeah, especially January, man.
Reed Mullins from Corrosion of Conformity died early in the week. Dude was only like 53, 54 years old. I saw Corrosion of Conformity back when I was a fucking listless teenager.
Damn.
At this place down in the Warehouse District in El Paso called Soundseas.
And you saw them when they were almost a punk band, right?
No, they were. Yeah. They were a full-on punk band, man. Yeah. I mean, yeah, man, and there's a chick that has a website because I got to trying to find, is there anything out there on some information about those cats when they came through in like 85? There's a chick that apparently was a huge groupie back then and has a website that's dedicated to all the shit that came through El Paso from like 85 to like 89.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
But that throws you back pretty gnarly, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, because that's the one thing, man. I recall, I look back really fondly to when Corrosion of Conformity played El Paso. And they play, to my knowledge, I know they played Soundseas at least twice. I only caught them the one time. But they played, and then like 1 week later, Black Flag came through and played.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Was it the Rollins?
Yeah, but it was Black Flag.
Shit.
It was on their Damaged album.
Yeah.
Is what they were touring.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Goddamn, El Paso got a lot of good punk bands.
Man, I'm telling you, they had a band out of, well, they claimed Fabens. I think they actually all lived in fucking El Paso, though, and it was just cool to claim some weird out-of-the-way fucking city. But they were called the Rhythm Pigs. And they were big in El Paso until probably like 87, and they moved out to San Francisco.
Wow. Damn.
I don't know whatever happened to him after that, but the chick with the website, fucking really tight with the fucking frontman for those guys, this dude Mike. And like, so she makes a whole bunch of references to this guy. I was like, God damn, that's crazy. That apparently, and she's still in contact with that dude. I kind of want to send like a message to the administrator on that page to go, hey, whatever fucking happened to those guys, huh?
God, man.
But you don't want to really, really go down a weird rabbit hole of your past either.
No, you don't want to eat those member berries too much, man. You'll get addicted.
Because a lot of really good shit might be there, but man, it also starts, it's like a scab, and it starts showing you a lot of the shit you wanted to leave behind,
Right. Absolutely. Well, yeah, that's what, even just hearing the music.
Yeah, man.
We'll do that to you as well.
Yep.
Happy birthday to Johnny Rotten.
There you go. Frontman of the Sex Pistols.
Fucking 56. So he's 54? 64? 64.
Yeah. What? Oh, he's born in 54?
Born in 56. So
56.
64.
64, yeah.
Go math.
That's a dude that, I don't know. I never thought he'd really get out of the 30s, but,
And 1964, fucking Jeff Hanneman, who died from a fucking spider bite.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
I mean, come on, man.
Jeff Hanneman dies, and we get Kerry King. That's where we're at.
Everyone thought it was cirrhosis.
Proving
which
that
I would have believed.
life is not fair. Life is never fair.
I mean, well, it's his fucking fault too.
Yeah.
Because he saw it was fucking his arm was swollen up to almost twice its size.
Yeah, man. I
And
mean,
he did nothing about it till a week later.
there are some weird things that go on that people fucking neglect, and they pay the ultimate price for it. I don't think I've ever put it on the show here, but I think we've talked about it. There was a bar that used to be in this town a long, long time ago. It was called the Blue Gym. The owner of that, she had a dental infection, and it got down into her jawbone and then into her fucking bloodstream and killed her, man.
Fuck. Well, that's right up here, man.
Yeah,
you don't
man.
want to fuck with the bloodstream up here.
Yeah, man.
Damn, I guess people really do take that shit with a grain of salt.
Yeah, no. There are some things you probably need to be concerned about. Some other things you probably don't. You know, that's the funny thing. We prioritize our shit on like, oh, I got a bad cough. I better go to the doctor. Yeah, you're probably going to be all right. It's that spider bite, I'm going to get it looked at.
You know, Ruben, who's born on January 27th, shares a birthday with Nick Mason,
Hey.
drummer from Pink Floyd. Kind of neat. I was curious to see if he had anybody...
Any famous?
And he fucking shares it with Mike Patton, frontman of Faith No More.
There you go.
Holy shit, I got to tell him now when it comes
Ruben
out.
is quite the figure of having.
Well, God damn it! Now I'm curious.
Okay.
Now I'm fucking curious. I got to check mine.
All right.
I got to check. I'm sure it's going to be fucking fried octopus shit. That's Hank Williams,
There you go. The original dude, the old drunkard.
Bill Haley, who did Rock Around the Clock. Oh no, this is hold on. This is all shit that happened. These aren't people that were born.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, Joe McDonald, the singer for Country Joe and the Fish, whose biggest hit in 1968 was "I Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die."
Yeah, and those guys played. It's a fucking thing with all the hippies in upstate New York, Woodstock.
Oh, Woodcock.
And they kind of just after that they just kind of disappeared.
Let's see, Morgan Fisher, keyboardist from Moth the Hoople. Andy Johns, producer and engineer for Zeppelin. All right. Andy Gill, punk band Gang of Four. God damn. Richie Faulkner, hey, guy from Judas Priest, but he joined in 2010 to replace KK Downing.
Yeah. Fuck, KK Downing was actually, that was the one guitar player in Judas Priest. That was the one member of that entire band. I was like, God damn, that guy's good.
Yeah.
I was never really a Judas Priest guy. I was never like big on Rob Halford. I was never big on fucking the other dude besides KK that was in that band, the other guitar player. I was never a fan of anybody in that band except for KK Downing.
Yeah. He fucking shines on basically the entire Painkiller album.
Yeah.
That is probably my favorite Judas Priest album, but it's also really the only one I really like.
Yeah.
So it's the only one I like. So of course it'd be my favorite.
Yeah. They Hellbent for Leather, I think, was probably my favorite one, probably out of the 80s. But again, I wasn't a Judas Priest guy. You know, that one or Sad Wings of Destiny. But
now, I don't want to get into this too much.
Okay.
Because I know we got MMA to cover, and we're getting a little close to the end of the party.
Yeah, we are.
But I got to talk about it. We don't talk about sports here, often, if at all. I barely even talk about fantasy football because I don't feel like people give a fuck. I don't care if people don't give a fuck about this. 49ers in the Super Bowl, baby. Sunday.
So, what are your thoughts on the game? See, and there's three of us on my day job. What I do there, I'm the only one who picked the 49ers to win. The other two fucking picked Kansas City.
Good. Everyone's picking the Chiefs. I love it. I love it.
So why are the 49ers then going to win, I guess, given that they are actually the underdogs in this game by a couple points?
Actually, the spread is Kansas City by 1.5. So even Vegas is keeping it really fucking close. Kansas City is minus $120, and San Francisco is easy money. I don't understand why everybody is so fucking enamored with Patrick Mahomes, especially around here. You don't fucking hear the end of it living an hour and a half from Lubbock. Oh, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl? Patrick Mahomes is going to win the Super Bowl. No, goddamn it, it's the Chiefs or the 49ers. It ain't one man. That's my problem. They shut down Derrick Henry, and everyone thinks they're fucking God's gift to football. Here's the thing. The 49ers are going to fucking run that ball down their throats. Tevin Coleman dislocated his shoulder in the championship game. Dude's back. Right. Everybody's back. There are no injuries on either team now. So everybody's at full health.
And I just I don't see anybody with the answer to what the 49ers do on defense, but because that is a solid defensive
zone
unit.
run, man.
And what they always say, it's not me, I'm not saying this. They always say it, the fucking experts every year. Well, defense wins championships. Well, here we go.
And when you got folks like Nick Bosa, who is a rook, who is playing like a pro, and I hate to say it, Richard Sherman has been a goddamn integral part of the cornerback fucking strategy on that team. They've taken years, ever since the Harbaugh years, this is their next chance to shine under this new Kyle Shanahan fucking era. I think it's going to be a fucking raucous game. The thing is,
you're right.
The Chiefs are slow starters like Donald Cerrone.
Yeah.
But Donald Cerrone will eventually come up and make you pay for it for not finishing them. Just like the Chiefs have done every fucking game this postseason. They were getting their ass beat by everybody. They're getting their ass beat by Houston. They're getting their ass beat by fucking Tennessee. And then they come back and just smoke them. Well, here's the problem.
You can do that if it's a team that has a questionable defense.
Yeah. The problem is the 49ers are going to be a little bit more like Conor McGregor. They're going to fucking come out blasting your ass.
Yeah.
Where it might be 27-0 at the half.
I think if it's at the half and it's 17-0, I don't like Kansas City's chances at all, even though knowing that they like to come back.
The thing, because the Niners kind of coasted after that.
Mm-hmm.
They only scored fucking 10 more points.
Now, you look at that NFC Championship game, you go, man, well, they really almost, let Green Bay back it. Yeah, but almost doesn't mean they did.
Yeah.
There's a very big distinctive difference there.
I think this could shape up to be one of the best Super Bowls in recent memory, and that's even with the fucking Patriots, of course, getting their big Super Bowl moment, even though apparently winning it isn't enough. You have to do it in historic fashion, too.
Oh, yeah.
But this is going to be a fun game.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 49ers by 7.
Yeah, see, my coworkers all took...
Not that I'm a fan or anything.
They all took the Chiefs by like 3. I'm going to go against the grain. I think it's going to be a throwback game, and it's going to feel like the late 80s or early
49ers
90s.
are wearing the throwback whites.
And I think it's going to be like a fucking weird beat down like 49-10.
Ooh, like circa fucking Super Bowl 29.
Yeah.
Back when the Niners throttled the fucking Chargers in Miami.
Yeah, that was in 95.
It was the 94-95 season.
Yeah, but you look at the other ones when Denver would have the audacity to make the Super Bowl and they'd get beat the fuck down by either the Redskins or the 49ers or whoever.
Yeah.
Was just running shit hot at that time.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
It'll be good. And on top of that, I'm making pork.
And I'm making my goddamn peppers. Sans a little smokes in the middle. Well, damn it, dude, we don't got a lot of time for MMA. Want to do a little rapid fire shit?
The only big one, Jorge Masvidal now, it's been confirmed, go to fight fucking Kamaru Usman, International Fight Week. Is that fight going to actually happen?
I like that fight happening more than I like Khabib and Tony happening.
Hey, wow, and that one's coming up pretty soon, too.
April.
Yeah, man. Boy.
2 months before Diego Sanchez got popped.
Pissed hot?
3 months.
So he's out of the Rio Rancho card?
No. Here's the thing. Since you know how they're doing it now, where they're not announcing someone pissed hot, they're announcing the suspension after the process is done.
I already didn't like that cocksucker. Now he's pissing hot? Really, dude?
It was a tainted supplement. That's why it's only 3 months.
I was getting ready. Yeah.
And it was retroactive to October, so he's still good for Rio Rancho. Which is funny, because we'll do a podcast next week, but we're not going to do one for the Rio Rancho card. We'll watch it. We'll be watching it.
Sure. Oh, it'll be on ESPN Plus.
And we ain't going to be there.
Nope. I always wanted the UFC to come back to New Mexico, and then when they start, and they're going to slam it up there at Santa Ana Star Center, and that really lackluster card, man.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, I like the light heavyweight implications of that main event.
I start thinking about the ticket cost. The fucking clearly you have to get a fucking hotel room. I'm not going to go up and watch a full 6-8 hours of fights or 6 hours and drive back to fucking.
I'll go to Albuquerque for a concert and then drive back because that's about 3 hours tops. Not a fight.
No, man.
No. God, man, I don't know. Who do you like? Who do you like in that? Masvidal, Usman. Who do you like?
Man, I would have said Usman, but I listen to Joe Rogan podcast, and I'm really, really not a fan of Usman. Now that dude is just a little. Man, you got to be full of yourself to be a fighter, but he's just so dismissive of Masvidal.
Right.
We've seen this before. Ben Askren was very dismissive.
Very true, man.
I mean, yeah, keep looking past this dude, and you will fucking be picking your teeth up off the canvas, man.
Yeah. I think Usman's smarter than that.
Yeah.
Could be ploy. It could be game plan.
Maybe, but man, I'm just not. And then so now Usman's like kind of respectful to almost everybody except people he might potentially fight. So that means he's still fucking seething about Colby Covington. I get it. You know, there's going to be a rematch.
Broke his fucking jaw, man.
Yeah.
That should be over and done with.
But
we don't even hear from Colby anymore. Thankfully,
Rogan kept pointing out, he's like, man, I could see in this day and age where we're at now, you might fight that dude 3 times. And Usman you could fucking hear him like going, ugh.
Colby?
Yeah.
Shouldn't Colby have to fucking fight somebody else before that dude gets another top
no,
shot?
absolutely. Well, in the meantime, so you're going to
3 times in his life.
In his life, yeah.
Okay, I was like 3 times this. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, no, like over the course of his career.
Gotcha.
So you're going to get Masvidal Usman International Fight Week. Covington's going to fight somebody whenever he gets medically released.
Whenever that jaw gets unwired.
And he'll fight somebody that's up there in the contender ranks. And all the time too. Keep an eye on fucking Conor McGregor. He wants to fight 3 times this year, so he clearly can't fight Khabib because he's fighting in April. You figure out about the time off after that cycle of about 90 to 120 days. Then you start hitting Ramadan. He's not going to be ready to fight till
Dana said when he announced the Usman Masvidal fight that Conor would get the winner.
Yeah.
But it would probably be in the fall.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Conor seems like he wants to stick at 170, which I say throw him in there with Jeff Neal. Do it. Get that man paid. Make that a 3-round co-main event.
I don't think I like that fight for fucking
I don't
Jeff
like it.
Neal.
I don't like it for him either, but he would make some money.
He would make money. But
he wouldn't have to fucking be a bartender, whatever it is he's doing.
No, he's done with that.
Oh, right, that's right. He did quit. Good.
He quit.
Good.
He's nothing but
Finally
a fighter
became
now.
a ranked fighter, and now he don't have to do that day job anymore.
Yeah, man. All right, let's go ahead and get to the picks then, because we're almost out of time. What you drinking tonight?
Pick it. I think I'm going to have that Budweiser.
All right. Budweiser, God, we ought to try to finish that goddamn Fireball is what we ought to do.
We'll take that under advisement.
Yeah. Let's see what you're listening to. Apparently I'm going to be listening to Faith No More later.
Yes. By force. I'm going to go Death White.
All right.
We're listening to him last night. A new album came out today. That's probably my album pick of the week.
Okay. Nothing really going on in fights. I don't even know if anything going on in Bellator or even one. So
no, I'll say this though. Pro wrestler by the name of Edge fucking returned at the Royal Rumble last week. And that guy had triple fusion neck surgery.
Right.
Out for 9 years. He retired back in 2010. And that fucking dude came back to give it one more run at 46 years old.
Jesus, man.
God damn. Fucking the Dan Hendersons of the world, man.
Yeah.
I love them.
Well, that's it for us this week. Throw back some liquor. Turn up the fucking stereo as loud as it'll go. Tell your neighbors to go fuck themselves. And we'll be back at it again 1 week.
Especially tell those neighbors to go fuck
themselves.
Yeah,
but that's the important.
Emphasis on that.
If you're going to take some away from this show, there it is. So, make that happen.
And then take away a little bit of this rage.
Yeah. Yeah. Rage on, friends. Rage on. See you next week on the Mead Metal MMA podcast.
Let's go get drunk.